Lagos, good morning Nigeria, good morning and good day to you wherever you're watching us from, irrespective of the time and the zone. Okay, it's another beautiful morning and the TV station is Galaxy Television. Our program this morning is all about you and all about your family, and that's why it's called Family and Values. Okay, your family and your values, how well have you been able to marry the two together? How well are you putting it across, building up those children, raising them? Like I said, they are like the flowers that you need to treat well so that they will come out beautiful on that beautiful situation and beautiful celebration that you have put across. Okay, my name is Olori Adejoke Adubi David. I'm here this morning, but I'm not here alone, like you know. My friends call me Olori AJ. It's a Tuesday with a difference. Don't let her take that away from me this morning. It's a Tuesday with a difference, and the day is the night of April. This April they run 2024. April is running, it's not waiting. So like I said, be intentional, be determined, be focused. Let nothing distract you, let nothing stop you, because you are made to be at the top. Don't be a mediocre. Yes, don't look down on yourself. Believe that God has created you to be distinct in whatever it is you know how to do. If you're a cleaner, clean well. If you're a shoemaker, do the cobbler, you know, treat all those shoes perfectly. If you're a carpenter, do it well. And I tell you, God will always be there to reward every of your efforts and turn into favor by the grace of the Almighty. Thank God for another day, and my beautiful joy girl is right here with me. And I hope you're enjoying the holiday. The road is free. Very free.
Yes, good morning. I'm dancing because
I can see that
beautiful joy is here.
You're always a beautiful joy now. You
fact,
know.
When you say beautiful, I feel like, ah. Good morning to our esteemed viewers. Welcome to Family and Values. Yes. Today is a Tuesday with a difference. I will actually say that. Today is a Tuesday with a difference. We came with another difference for you. Yes, Olori has said it. Family and Values is one show you don't need to miss, because we talk about values, the essence of having a family, unity. Yes, the roads are very free, like she said, though. From our side to here, I was not like, I wish this could happen every time, so I don't need to stress myself, how can the roads be free? But after next week, the schools are resuming, so it's going to be another helter-skelter running on the road, getting the kids ready. So please, parents, start preparing your mind. As you're enjoying the holiday, you just have 1 week. Please arrange all the lunch, but everywhere they've scattered, start calling them, pick your things, start putting them in place, because April is actually running very fast. In fact, when I looked at it, I was like, wait, after next week, after April has finished. Yes, that's how it is. And the year is running very fast. It's not waiting for you. When we started the year, we said, set your goals, have your ambitions. We're saying it because you can never predict the year. So yesterday, somebody was saying, I'm still yet to know what I will do for this year. And I was like, hello? In April, you're still deciding. You're still in that state of confusion. I was like, no. You need a special therapy to take you through. So my name still remains Joy, but we are streaming across all our social media platforms. Please download the Galaxy mobile app so that you can watch us on the go. Send in your messages. We actually read them, your comment sections. Please send them. We read them so that our guests will answer your questions. Welcome, is another beautiful morning on the show. And
we want to say welcome to our guy. Mr. Dewale, it's so good to have you.
Very so good to have you.
We missed him for some time, weeks, days. God, welcome back. We appreciate you.
We appreciate you
at every point.
We love you. Well, welcome back.
We are so glad you are here, hale and hearty. And God will continue to keep you strong and safe.
And again, this is the shout out Pastor Simon Priestley. Today is his birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Pastor Simon Priestley. When he came on the show, I was like, thank you. So happy birthday. We are expecting our cake. Myself and Olori.
Yes, I love cake.
So please send in our cake, I've seen all your photos. Just send in the cake, don't worry. Happy birthday.
We'll try and
push
the pictures here and there.
Okay,
today being a Tuesday with a difference. Don't forget, I told you need to accept yourself, love yourself, cherish yourself, celebrate yourself. That is why it's easy for me to say my joy with love. I can always say that even when I go to sleep. And it's not because of anything. It's not because she's here. It's just because the next person God has created to be by your side is there for a purpose. And when they cease not to be there, it's because they finished that, that journey with you, and they need to move on. And also, you need to move on. So irrespective of that, we'll be talking on our single parenting today. They need to move. They have to move. It is very expedient for them to have a continuous life with joy, with peace of mind, and with all that God has blessed them with. They need to walk. And so I also want to remind you that your value, you need to create a vision with your value. And on that note, as we start today, the 9th of April, I'll be going for our mini feature. I'll be right back because our guest is likely seated here. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned.
What does it mean to be a single parent? Single parents are parents raising their children alone. They can be unmarried and living alone, or separated, divorced, or widowed. They can be male or female, young or old, educated or uneducated. Becoming a parent, your entire life changes. Parenthood poses challenges for anyone, but if a parent is managing the family without another partner, it can prove particularly difficult. Challenges of some single parenting who provide but are not giving enough love to the children often face a lot. Even if all of a child's physical needs are met, they are likely to suffer a lack of emotional nurturance, which will leave them with a void. To make matters worse, these children garner little sympathy from others, especially if they have successful parents, plenty of money and nice things. Workaholic's child is caught in a contradiction. Others see you as lucky, yet your luck applies only to the material aspect of life. On the emotional level, which is what really matters, you are anything but lucky. When parents lack quality time, it impacts children's emotional well-being, cognitive development, and overall relationship with their parents. Children who do not have affectionate parents tend to have lower self-esteem, as a few more alienated, hostile, aggressive, and antisocial. However, a child with a secure attachment will be calmed by your presence. Secure attachment means the child has learned they can depend on you and feel protected around you. So if your child comes running when they trip and fall, or ask for a hug when they're sad, it's because you've made them feel loved, even without providing enough of their needs. Children who are raised with love are different because they value inner strength and perseverance, more independent, so give us room to breathe. Heavily influenced by their parents who raised us, we might be a little afraid of commitment, strong enough to handle it. So you can lean on us. To build a positive relationship with children as a single parent, you must make the most of everyday moments. Show interest, give your child positive attention, make one-on-one time, clear rules, limit boundaries will encourage your child to behave in positive ways. Set crystal rules, try to be consistent, use routines. As a single parent, understand your kids better and love them.
Welcome back. We are so very much here. And it's family and values. If you're just tuning in, please call your neighbors, call everyone. It's time for you to really learn one or two things from what we're going to be discussing this morning. And our topic is single parenting, provision and love. Okay? Would you just want to make provision for your children and just neglect the love angle? How well do we put and marry these two together? To do justice to this discussion this morning, we have Pastor Gladys Obichile. She is the pastor and the CEO of Gladys Obichile Ministries International Global. And if you see this woman, she's actually looking international and global.
Hallelujah.
Because when you see the grace of God, you definitely know it. You don't need to argue it. The more day parada. She understands that. So
I've been clapping since the introduction. Because it's been a while I've had you in the studio.
Wow, it's good to be here. It's good to be
Thank
here.
you. Thank you for honoring our invitation.
Thank you.
And God bless Oga for always
Yes, it's a
releasing you.
blessing. Yes. We
How
always
is
come
everyone
together.
at home?
All is well. We're all doing well. God is faithful.
It's
It's good to
ministry.
hear. Awesome. God is faithful.
Is
God is
growing
faithful. Yes.
to the glory of God.
Hallelujah.
So this morning we're
Right.
looking at single parenting, provision, and love. Actually, I had this topic in such a way that I wanted it to be well delivered, and so I was looking at getting the provision, not the love. when you make the provision. I'm making everything available. I send to a good school. I make sure the house, you have decoder in the house, you have data to run whatever you want to do as an assignment. I have a nanny to take care of them. I take it to school myself. I do this, I do that, I make sure. Now, do we now say, what can we now say is most preferred, the love or the provision?
All right. Thank you. Thank you to Galaxy TV. Thank you to Family and Values. And thank you to my host, Become Sisters.
Yes.
All right. It's good to be here. It's really good to be here. And I love the topic. You know, we're here the last time. I came in via Zoom. I zoomed in through, and we talked about this single parent.
Yes.
And there's a tweak to it. And I like the angle you're coming from, Olori. You know, the idea about this is the children in picture, the children in question, the children in question. Now we talk about single parenting that it may be caused due to widowhood or death of partner. You know, of course, widowhood, separation, divorce. Yeah. You know, and single, in just getting pregnant. You know, being even raped, or some even decide to become single parents. You know, and what have you. But the angle that I took it from, that came to me while I was musing through this, was the fact that a lot of children grew up in an environment of single parenthood, as it were, by virtue of one parent being busier than the other. You know, there are parents that travel, their work takes them off home. You know, some come home once in a month. Some parents leave as early as maybe 5 a.m. in the morning, and they get back late at night. In the morning, the kids are still sleeping, and then before they come back, they've also gone to bed. So there's a tweak to a single parent. Beyond this, other ones will reel down. Now the question is this: the children in question, how are they faring? That is the truth. We have a lot of wounded adults out there. We have a lot of wounded souls. You know, thank God for the makeups, thank God for the dressing, the suit and the tie, but beneath our wounds, there are void, there are emptiness, yearning to be filled because of absent parents. All right. I've seen fathers that, you know, in the course of course, not even their fault, trying to seek for, you know, greener pastures. They get a job outside the state where their family is, and they come in once in a while, and then the children may have all they seem to need. They pay the school fees even on time, the toys are there, the gadgets are there, and what have you. But your presence matters. Your presence. You know, God is always correct. Your presence is key. There is something, there's an unspoken, you know, blessing that your presence brings beyond just the material things you provide for your children. And that is lacking in many homes. That's why I celebrate this show and what it represents.
Okay, Pastor, I want to take it from this angle. You know, we have a lot of people out there that will say, I've provided, I still show love. Now, you've provided, you still show love means that, okay, for some, they'll say, okay, mommy, I want this, you give. And you're doing that because you're trying to hide under emotions. You are avoiding, you don't just want that child to have any reason to think otherwise. So that provision becomes your safe haven, in quotes, forgetting that beyond that, you need more of the love. So what is the advantage of giving more love than provision? And when I say than provision, I'm not saying, there is how you can provide for your child on a minimal, but some take it the extreme because they are hiding under something. So the love becomes lower, the provision becomes higher. It's like when a child is crying because you don't want the child to disturb you, you take the phone. The child comes back and says, I want pizza, go and buy. Because you are avoiding that connection. So what is the advantage of placing love above provision?
We are social beings. The Maker made us to be relational. You know, God calls himself a father, not just a deity that must be worshipped. You know, a deity far from us that must be worshipped. He called himself a father, Abba. So that says to us that we are relational beings. When God made the first couple, at the way marriage began, the first couple in Genesis 2, He comes every evening to fellowship with them. Remember, Adam and Eve were placed in a garden called Eden. Eden means a place of delight, maximum, absolute bliss, ecstasy and what have you, provisions and all that. All right. But be it as it may, he still comes every evening. Adam had all the abilities to name all the animals, to tend the garden, to maximize leadership in his own terrain called Eden. But God still comes every evening at the cool of the evening. Cool, when your mind is more settled, when you are rested, when you can absorb fellowship. That is when God comes. Most times people want to do things outside God. You will miss it. Just borrow a cue from the Creator himself. Learn his paradigm. What are the things he does? What are his principles from his word? All right. Now, I had the story of a couple that the man came back, got his wife a very beautiful Porsche car, red in color, you know what women will like and what have you. But when he presented the car to the woman, she disdained it. Even though it was a beautiful car that everybody would jump for and shout. Because she had an internal need. She wanted attention. She wanted affirmation. She wanted, care. She wanted love. She wanted to be appreciated. The man, in his own way, was appreciating her, but was speaking his own love language, not his wife's love language. So the woman rejected the car. The man now said, okay, let me see my pastor. Pastor said, I bought my wife a car. Pastor now said, how did you present it? Did you make her to feel it? The man said, okay, when you go back, tell her, baby, I appreciate you. Because, you're beautiful like a rose. That's why I bought you a red car. You work so much. That's why I gave you a 16-wheel engine. Blah, blah. Just made her feel appreciated for the things she does in the house. And then she picked the car, got the car, and was excited. So beyond the gifts is the soul need. We are born to relate. We are born to interact. Therefore, God in his wisdom brought about fruitfulness after he joined the first couple. The Bible says he joined them and then he blessed them. And the very first blessing he proclaimed was be fruitful and replenish the earth. And one of the key ways to be fruitful is procreation. And that is children. They are meant to be raised under the confines and the umbrella of love. So you cannot replace toys, provisions with love. You can't replace love rather with provisions. There will still be vacuum. When you see a girl, most girls, they judge the girls, they are promiscuous, they are doing sugar daddy, they are blowing. It's because they say, boy, they are missing their father. I'm not validating that as a lifestyle, but I'm telling you the root cause. They are missing their father. Some boys are looking for sugar mommy because they are missing their mother. Thank God for provisions. But there's something in a man that yearns to be loved. I tell people, even your husband, as macho and strong as he appears, there is a boy in that man that wants to be cared for. So you cannot replace it. You cannot replace, love with provisions.
Can't be replaced.
Okay, I was about to ask, can you please state why do we have children and why we need to care for them? But you mentioned, it already. So I don't want to mention something like that already, and I don't want to go further. But maybe when time comes, I'll still take you back on that. Now, what can we now look at or foresee as the disadvantage of just making provision, not love to the children?
Social vices. Every child on the street came from a home. That's the truth. When the home is healthy, the society will be healthy. That's the truth. A story is coming to me now, but let me leave that for privacy's sake. But juvenile delinquencies, emptiness, promiscuity, aggression, even rejection are all products of lack of love. That is disadvantages. So much rejection. People trying to fill in vacuums, even drug abuse and drug addiction. They're just trying to, numb their feelings and avoid the obvious. So, caring for your children. So even as a single parent, if life happens to you, I want to encourage you, brace up. The Bible says a righteous man will fall down 7 times and will rise again. Brace up. Catch a new vision. It may be your child. Make a project out of that child. That's the truth. make a project. And I know a mother that vowed that her children must all go to school. And she trained 7 of them with her menial trades. And today they are all standing tall.
Wow. Wow.
That's the truth.
Wow.
That's the truth. So determine to impact that child. When you have a goal, you give your mind something to work with. It avoids distraction. So see that child as an entity that must be raised. That child may be okay. Have a Ben Carson, for instance. The mother was a single mother. The father worked out on them. I think they had marital challenge, and then there was a lot of unfaithfulness in there, and then dishonesty, and she had to work. She raised her children well. Ben Carson and the elder brother, and they're all doing well till date. That's the truth. By a single mother who made sure that I may have had challenge in my marriage or failed or been deceived. I'm going to raise these men to become people that contribute to the society.
Look up to.
And of course, Ben Carson, of course, contested for presidency some years ago in the U.S. and that has gone down the memory lane as one of the potential presidents, as it were, because an illiterate mother took that step. Illiterate single mother. She wasn't there bemoaning her Lord, casting aspersion, playing blame games. She took responsibility because there's a soul involved.
Okay, now I want us to put this. Let me put it this way: how do you advise? I know you've come across a lot of single mothers, parents. Sure. But I want to be emphatic on the mothers because I used to say it is very easy for the men to show off and move. How do you advise a single mother to be intentional about giving out love, giving provision, and still taking care of herself? Now, the story got to me because that was, when I talk about single mothers hiding under trauma, under emotion, and that laughter that you give, and deep inside of you, you're wounded. How do we advise them to genuinely give love? Because within the week, something happened and I saw aggression being transferred. And you don't need a susoya to tell you that this was transfer of aggression, because the words that were coming out had to hold her. Because till now, she feels like you people are the reason I'm here. And I'm providing. But you people are giving me reasons to still regret. So how does such a woman genuinely love those children, provide for them, and still take care of herself? How do you advise such a woman?
Thank you. I did a talk some time ago on happiness, self-care. Life has happened. You've got to school yourself. Life has happened. I always tell us, have a conversation with yourself. Life has happened. You can't undo what has happened. But God has a way of even bringing restoration and compensation. All right. For you as a woman, you are very important in society. You are important in the home. Without you in any organization, the place will be boring.
Very true.
Not because I'm a woman. That's
very, very true.
A woman knows how to multitask. I said a woman can serve her family 7 days a week, the same rice, but different shapes and color without you being bored. Because as a woman is very important. Now, girl, you've got to wake up. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Don't be angry with God. God is not angry with you. God did not reject you. The Bible says all things work together for good. Forgive yourself. Join a community. That's the truth. All that you need to be happy is not in anybody's hand. It's in your hand and God. That's it. Even the married ones, if I can use that word, without being intentional and deliberate, to still be challenged emotionally. Because your happiness and joy is not in the hand of any man. You are the one responsible for your life. You are the CEO of your life. That's the truth. You're the one. So join a community. Life has happened. The children did not offend you. They are not your problem. So don't transfer the aggression. They are not the issue. Glory to God. They are not. Just be happy. Join a community. Serve God. I'm telling you, serve God. Engage God in your life. You cannot run this life alone without God. That's the truth. Serve Him. Talk with God. Something I do that works for me. I don't just pray, religiously, but kabashing, there's a place for that kabashing and binding and losing, but I always like to converse with God. I share my day with God. I tell Him the things He did for me today. I speak to Him as a daughter will speak to her father. And Jesus Christ is our bridegroom. We are His bride. So I talk to Him as my bridegroom. I talk. You know, when I make mistake, Father Lord, I goofed there, I made a mistake, I did that wrong, and then you hear him pat your back, you hear him encourage you. You may open your Bible and then he's sending you a word is jumping to you.
Yes.
It's called relationship.
Yes.
All right, nobody can heal you like God will. We need a whole human being to raise whole children. So you've got to be whole 100. Even in marriage, for marriage to work, the couples must be whole, not 50-50, 100. You must be whole as a person. Know that nobody can make you happy. Make yourself happy. Make yourself happy. Take care of you. Pamper you. If you need to go for a retreat, go for a retreat. If you need to go for spa,
that's what I love.
go for spa. That's the truth. Take care of yourself. At times you change environments. You can go do your nails without having to do your nails. Go for manicure, pedicure. You know, just or take a walk, stroll in the evening.
Just a little distraction.
Then avoid those that bring negative energies around you. Then, if possible, to avoid being a loner. That's the truth. Bible says two is better than one. When they fall, one will lift the other. There are still good people out there you can relate with. You know, join a community. You know, join a church. Right? If you're for the other faith, just engage. Don't be at home. Don't be alone. The devil is a liar. He comes to send lies. He speaks lies. He comes, he's a liar. He will lie, tell you things. You're a failure. Blah blah blah. Leave that and serve God with your life. Enjoy your life. Do you?
Do you?
Do you? Enjoy your life. Take care of you.
Yeah.
Pamper you. You know, do a little distraction when it comes or gets to that stage.
Yeah.
I've been there, so I know what it means. I've experienced it, and I know it works. It works.
Okay.
Nice.
Look for a little. You know, there's some music you listen to.
And you wake up dancing.
You know, and you just wake up dancing.
Intentionality.
Have you ever tried it when you are doing, applying your makeup? You just play some nice music, either praise, gospel song.
It works.
And I tell you, by the time you come out, you will
better.
feel like professional makeup.
Yes, now.
Because you'll be glowing, no matter how small the
Yeah,
makeup
it
will
works.
look. Okay, it's time for us to go for a mini feature and to go for the short break. Please stay tuned. Don't change the dial. Just stay there. We'll be right back shortly.
Man.
So very much. God bless our control room. Sorry, I wanted to say word of marble. Okay, now the blue pen on our word of marble today said, as a single mom, you discover inner strength and capability you never knew you had. As a single mom, don't also forget you can be a mess and still be a good mom. You're allowed to be both. I know it's been a single parent. I know it's not easy. Okay, it's hard being a single parent, but it's hard to do it yourself than with someone who doesn't want to do it with you. In other words, because you're a single mother or a single father doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Okay, you will make mistakes. Yeah, we're human. We are not perfect. But as much as it looks messy, you can still stand and you can still rise up and do best. And those children come out. You know, now it's normal. Even when you're with your husband, you go through certain things. And the children, you know, the two of you, I scolded you yesterday. What happened to today? But because it's you, it becomes weighty. But please, you need help. So like she said, you need to join a community. You need to be, in a religious setting, whether Christian or Muslim you are, just make sure you always have someone, positive people around you. Now, Pastor, I want to ask, we have this great challenge around us in our society. There's so many. What are the odds? What can be done? So many. Like I was sharing my experience. It happens. Shit happens. But we still need to continue to forge ahead. What can be done to these odds around us?
What are the odds? What can be done? We must still believe in the value of families. Family is key. Before you go into any relationship, define your terms. Don't be ruled by emotion. Ask questions. I know you can't divorce God out of the whole fact. He's always correct. He sees beyond what we see. He sees beyond man. The importance of being a child of God cannot be overemphasized. He's a father, he watches over you, but he will not also lord it on you. You've got the power to make your choice. So you've got to allow God to lead you. You can't do without God. You know, I gave my life to Christ and I experienced peace that money cannot buy. Material things cannot buy. There are things, humanly speaking, you can't do by yourself or on your own, but with the help of God, you can scale the heights. That's the truth. You can scale the heights. Know that you are a person. And you know, this is even coming to me. Let me say this. My heart goes out to every single parent out there. That is not the end of the world. You are loved. You matter. That's the truth. Nobody is judged. Whoever is judging you is mistaken. You know, you are strong enough to handle what came to you. That is why it came to you. The Bible says that it's common to man. You know, so you are stronger, you are resilient, and you are helped. So please, we drop our cap for you.
Yes, sir.
But that is not the end of the world. Even widowers can remarry. Widows can still remarry. I've seen couples that are married at, was it 50 or 60 now? They made themselves, and widow aged, they married. You know, God has a way of opening a new chapter. Like Olori said, you're doing your makeup, sing some praise, heal from the wound, be open to new opportunities. When you allow emotion to becloud your mind, you will not see opportunities around you. All right, so be open. You know, don't transfer the aggression. And also, in making decisions in life, people consider the next generation. Don't let that pattern continue. That's the truth. Pass on the right touch, so that you can pass the torch to their own generation. It's not about you. God is about continuity. For every action you want to take today, think about the future. For a lady saying, I want to be a single, I don't want to be married, I just want to be pregnant and have a child, that is being selfish. That child needs a father. So consider the next generation. Consider your posterity. While taking any decision, consider those around you. What are the odds? Right. And it is well with you.
Okay. Pastor, we've had cases where women do provision and still being careless. Now, you provide for your children, you bring in a maid. There are some rich single parents that can pay for convenience. So they've used that as to replace. They feel like, I want to be me. I want to take care of myself. What you need is what I'm giving you. And then so they make sure that the cables are very okay. In fact, if you want the next thing you want, they provide it. You want the tab, they give it to you. Whatever, they employ nannies that will be there for you. And then they give themselves that 100% time that is driving them away. And that's why you see most of them, they're into wrong hands. Most of them are still out there clubbing. Most of them are still out there. Most of them will come in late, not minding whether the children need that time. Now, for such single parents who have said, okay, I give up on you people. Because that's the essence where this topic was drawn from. You're providing, you've given everything, but you feel like, no, I want to live my life. You people to have your life to live. I've listened to a single mother say, if I don't live my life, the children will grow up and go and look for their father. And for her, she has just decided that, see, right now, it is my own thing I'm focusing. How do we advise such single parents and change their mindset? Because we're talking about those that are genuinely wanting, but what about the ones that have gone, that are making people see single parenting the other side? Because we have people that have see single parenting as a bad thing, especially women, because what they portray out there is different, and the society is using that against the genuine ones who are being there for their children. Now, a very typical example was when a child got to school then, some years back, and was telling, it was in my son's class, was talking to them about masturbation, and this is then he was about 4 or 5 years. And he said, I see my mom do this. And when we called the lady, because I was in that point, I was like, why? He said, I thought he's sleeping now. Because you come back, you just feel like the child is sleeping. You've not bothered to check, is the child okay? So as long as the child is on the bed. And that child has seen that over the years. Now that child went through therapy and everything. I mentioned it to you. For such single parents, how do we tell them that, hello, it's beyond your paying for convenience. There is more to that.
You know, thank you very much. Life is all about balance. You know, we said it earlier, take care of yourself, be happy, do you, take care of you and what have you. But, you know, human being has tendencies to take things to the extreme. If we say take care of your children, they have tendency to avoid themselves and ignore themselves and then bemoan their lots. If we say do you, they also have tendency of ignoring the children and also doing themselves and being self-centered. But life is about balance. That's the truth. Life is about balance. Whatever you do, ensure you balance it. You cannot replace love with provision. Love is a spiritual virtue. You may try to avoid, try to hide under the umbrella of trying to avoid what you're going through by overcompensating. But to still create that void in you. To create the void, there's emptiness. If you're told to, take care of your children, interact with them, love them, there's something you're gaining from them. Their hugs, their smile, their affection goes along with like a child suckling at the mother's breast. Why he or she is sucking, there's this eye contact.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah, there's the eye contact.
Like, Kuni, how are you?
I'm confident
Yeah,
that
like,
I'm in a safe hand.
And the mom too on the other end also is feeling like, oh,
So this is my baby.
my own.
That's why you stroke the hair.
Yeah, my own, you mean, or have someone to live for. So it's a give and take relationship. Don't listen to the lies of the devil. You try to overcompensate, you try to avoid some things. No. And at times too, some parents, if the man or the woman that offended them is, maybe you have a child that looks like your spouse.
Because
You begin to transfer.
And I have the trait of the father. Hey, or the mother.
You now begin to
Vice versa.
begin to transfer the aggression.
this thing
Bye,
is
bye,
like what my late mom told me one day. My late mom looked at me and said, you know what about the children I like giving you? He said, because you're your father's carbon copy and I don't like it.
Hey, do you understand?
But that doesn't mean she doesn't love
Do
you.
you understand? So you're a constant reminder of that person that broke their heart and whatever. But please, mothers, don't do that. That the man maybe offended you is gone away. God can actually bring him back. That's the truth.
Yeah.
After carrying a child, you give the child back to the mother. That's the truth. But don't transfer it to your child. Don't. That child is a soul. And maybe your next survivor tomorrow is in the hand of that child. So treat that child well. I've seen a mother that, her daughter looked like her sister-in-law that mistreated her when she married.
Oh my God.
And now she begins to, transfer aggression, transfer the ill feeling and the resentment towards the innocent child.
She sent you to me. That's why
And they look at you like, she reminds me of my sister-in-law. You think you know everything.
The child you brought,
Your own child. I know God is almighty.
Okay, Pastor, I want you to close by just highlighting the need why God. I was listening to Praise for Over yesterday. And he said Anna was looking for a child when God was looking for a prophet. Abraham was looking for a child when God was looking for the one who will have nations. I want you to highlight to our viewers out there why God has given us children. And why the love, irrespective of what provision or how much you have put into making those provisions available, the love supersedes and is above it all. Can you just
Thank you.
So complete the thought.
Bible says children are the heritage of the Lord,
The Lord,
and the fruit of the womb
is its reward.
is his reward. Life is spiritual. If God has qualified you to be a mother or a father, take it as a serious assignment. Parenting is a serious assignment. One day we all will stand and give account of how we raised our children. Giving you children is an entrustment. That's the truth, it's an entrustment. Giving you a child. Like if you put it, Hannah was asking the Lord, Father, I want a child. My co-wife is taunting me, and Penina is dealing with me. Well, God was looking for a prophet for the nation of Israel. But the time came when her brain reset, as it were, by the help of God. She knew that, oh Lord, you want to raise a prophet in this generation? Pass the prophet through me, and I'll give him back to you.
Yes, sir.
All right, Lord, I'm an available vessel. Pass this prophet through me. And God said, now I can do business with you. And God gave her Samuel. But you know what? God also compensated her with 5
with
other children. Because you can't serve God being. Know that that child you have, you know, oh Lord, can I go deeper?
You have 30 seconds now.
You know, every child you're privileged to have, you know, has a unique destiny. They are all on assignment. I was trusting God for the fruit of the womb, and then I saw an encounter where I saw an array of children everywhere. When time came, you know, mine came to me. Of all those children, God picked mine and gave to me, and today there's a reality. I saw people queuing up for children. God was telling them this is how many child they're going to have, what they will do. You know, so children are not just husband and wife mating and producing. They are deliberate products of a deliberate God with an assignment on earth. So please, I beg you, in all you do, don't fail God.
Don't fail God.
Don't fail God. Don't fail those destinies. All right. God is about continuity. May we not fail God. All of us in Jesus' name.
Amen. You know, if you have passion for children, if truly, genuinely you have passion for children, even if you see a child going astray that is not yours, you would always, that motherly love in you would always spring up to hold that child and say, come here. You know, that's why sometimes, no matter how broken you are, once you see a child crying, you want to reach out and just make that child quiet, you know. That's to tell you how precious kids are to us. So please, in your provision, let love lead. Provide love, please.
Give it.
Be intentional with loving the children. There's so much of hate, and maybe like because you said we have too many wounded adults. Now imagine if you're transferring this to children. What
continuing
products
the same process,
are
same
they
pattern.
going to? So if break that pattern, no matter how traumatized, no matter how abused you are, please don't transfer it on the children. Show them genuine love, and God will see us. And I know, lead us. Let love live and lead us through. Thank you for being a part of Family and Value this morning. Thank you, Pastor. You know, it's another wonderful time.
So good to always have you.
My name still remains Joy Abu. I'll see you tomorrow, midweek Wednesday.
Okay, so you've heard it all. All I just want you to know is that children, they are the heritage, and you have to keep them. They need to blossom, like our producer. They need to blossom in your hands and become the reality God Himself wants them to be. Okay, so please don't be a shouting parent. Don't be a parent that just wants the provision and, you know, ignore or put aside the love. They need the love more so that they can become great in life, and your old age they'll be able to take care of you. Tomorrow is going to be another splendid moment as we'll be talking about family provision. We have about 5 of them, but we're starting with housing tomorrow. How well? Who should pay the house rent? How do we generate money? Should the wife build and be collecting rent from the husband in pretense? What are the ways we can actually make provision for shelter, housing? That's what we'll be looking at tomorrow. So I will not want you to miss it for anything. Please be here, be ready, just activate our notification button so that you can know we're coming up live on all your social media platforms. On that note, I want to say big thank you to everyone who has made today's production successful. Thank you to our boss, President Chief Steve Ojo, and to all our guys here. We are grateful, and to our producer, thank you to Pastor for being here also. We are so grateful. We hope to see you soon. And to you out there watching us, we wish you the very best of today. Enjoy the holiday because there's an extension. Just enjoy it. Enjoy it as much as you can. My name is Rimeno Lori Adejoke David. Have a splendid and wonderful day. Bye for now.